The girth of his what?
You're like a father to me.
Hey! And go.
What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI here. This is Brewstew 90s TV Legends of the Hidden Temple. This looks like a kids show of some kind, like an after-school kids show. We had a bunch of those in Australia. I remember one called Pick Your Face, where you had to run across a bunch of things that light up in some sort of sequence, and then grab something out of a giant nose, and there would be a big noise every time you did it. And that came along a bit later. But the main one was called Amazing. This was the one that captured the imaginations of Aussie school kids across the nation throughout the entire 1990s. It was basically a setup where there was like a big keyboard at the front of the stage with like buttons on it, like big enough for you to like walk up and step the buttons with your feet. Then there was 3 rounds. The first 2 were word games. You do a thing, you go type in the word on the keyboard, and then there was a big maze set up, and you had to go in there and find the letters of the word, and whoever gets the most whatever. The 3rd round, though, was the video game challenge, where they would whip out the old Super Nintendo, and we'd watch the worst Mario Kart players on the planet try and play against each other. Absolutely horrendous. And then the winning team would go back into the maze and try and find keys, and their school would win something probably very outdated. A Hewlett-Packard PC package or some shit. So I don't know if this is going to be similar. I mean, the maze was kind of gloomy in Amazing, and I don't know if that's just going to be the connection with this one here, or if it's going to be even remotely the same. But I can't even, like, really react to this without, like, watching an entire episode of the show.
Hidden Temple.
Alright. What an opening.
The rooms are filled with lost treasures.
Oh.
Protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards.
The legend of the pendant of Kamehameha.
Well, one of these 6 teams will have...
The pendant of Kamehameha? Isn't that one of the Street Fighter moves? Is that no, Hadouken's the front one. What's a Kamehameha? What is that? Or is that a Dragon Ball Z thing? I don't fucking know. I've heard that word though.
The blue barracuda!
Green is my favorite color, so... Are we the green monkeys? Let's go green.
They'll each take the rope across the moat as quickly as possible. Once they're across...
Jesus, alright, this is pretty physical.
Pull it tight, sit down, bracing themselves with their feet. Then their partner will grab onto the upper rope and walk himself across the lower rope. As soon as the second teammate has stepped out onto the deck, it's his job to run over...
Fucking hell! All we had to do was spell a word on a fucking keyboard and then have a look at a silly maze. These people are learning full-on survival tactics here.
First 4 teams to hit their gungs will go on to the next round.
Get your line sorted out, buddy. Fuck, I fucked it as well. Never mind.
Let's rock.
Let's rock, Olmec! Oh, they swim to the other side. Okay, I thought they had to crawl across it.
Wires and green monkey.
But now they tie it, and now the other kid has to, like, go across. Oh! Oh my god!
Got our last one! Boom, we got our 4 teams!
I didn't even see how the green team went. I assume we did well.
The green monkeys, you did a great job, and you're not going to go away empty-handed.
What?
That's what we've got for you.
First thing?
Hershey syrup or chocolate milk mix.
What did that say? I thought I heard it say a savings bond from Hershey's.
A savings bond from Hershey. Hershey syrup or chocolate milk mix.
Still can't hear it. Que pasa, Yankee?
He wore a giant cloak of red and yellow feathers. Around his neck he wore the pala'u.
Is this historically accurate? Because that would be fucking amazing if it was. And it's a kids show, so I would hope so. And if you do like hilarious, historically accurate kids shows, go check out my reactions to Horrible Histories. I mean, Horrible Histories.
Stole the pala'uha pendant and sailed off to the Fiji Islands, hoping to use the power of the pendant.
Really? Intriguing.
Thank you, Olmec.
Alright, so we gotta retrieve Maui's hook. Got it.
Lair.
Teams.
Spider's lair. Let's go.
Let's
go.
Be one step...
All the Hawaiian Islands, or plant pineapple on the Hawaiian Islands.
Ooh, let's go with pineapple.
Unite the Hawaiian Islands.
That is correct.
Fuck!
Were the first settlers of the Hawaiian Islands called Polynesians, Africans, or Pilgrims?
Polynesians?
Correct.
Fuck yes. Back in the game.
The largest of the Hawaiian Islands. Was it Hawaii, Oahu, or Madagascar?
Madagascar.
Hawaii is correct.
Fuck.
Kontiki rafts, large double canoes, or the SS Minnow?
Canoes.
Large double canoes.
That is correct.
Fuck yeah. I should have been on the green team.
Captain Cook, or Captain Hook?
Cook.
That is correct.
Okay, we've got our first.
That was a bullshit guess by myself. He was the English person who came and colonized Australia, though. So I was like, fuck it. I knew he was out there at least. He exists. Paid off.
Were the Hawaiian Islands formed by erosion, an asteroid falling to Earth, or volcanoes?
Volcanoes?
That is correct.
Thank Christ.
Scuba diving, surfing, or water skiing?
Silver snakes.
Surfing, yeah. I feel a little bit bad for the orange team. They didn't get shit in that round there. That must have been very embarrassing. But you know what, orange team? At least you didn't get eliminated in the first round and have to go home with bonds from Hershey's. What did I think it said? Bond loans from Hershey's? I don't know.
Jaguars and the silver snakes.
Alright, Silver Snakes, let's do it. You're as close as I can get to Slytherin, so I'm on your team.
Plus, even girls in men's fashion. 1,200
Okay.
stores coast to coast. Fashion Bug fits your life.
I don't think I've ever seen a prize on a kid's game show that featured a tasteful photograph of a lady in her 30s wearing a very dignified cardigan. A little bit out of place there, Fashion Bug. Why are you sponsoring kids shows? Get a kid on there, fuck. Let's go snakes, let's go snakes.
Don't go far, cause Legends of the Hidden Temple will continue right after this.
Alright, I'll stay around, thanks.
Many kids with a Nickelodeon. Well, Super Toy Run, Nick or Treat. School's out, sliders, get on your feet.
Hey Americans, is this giving you a seizure of nostalgia?
I know a cool way to go camp.
Oh, we going full, all the commercials? Alright, rack them up. What do we got here?
Set up camp and make dinner then.
Camping Barbie? Nah.
Campfire with everyone. Open up the backpack.
I wouldn't mind that new LeBron James Barbie though. That was actually quite cool.
Demolition Dave loves to make things crash.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with this kid?
And how old are you?
13.
And you says here you want to be an architect?
Yes.
Do you draw?
He wants to be a marine biologist.
And did you have to jump rope a million times or something to win?
Sometimes. We do shows most of the time.
All right, great.
Riveting. Boo, Jaguars, boo.
Who's this?
Robbie.
How old are you?
13.
Fastball, over 90 miles an hour?
Yeah.
And it says here you like to work with animals?
Yeah.
And you want to be what?
A zoologist.
Can I just say, the host of this is shithouse. He's not even pretending that he, maybe, kind of knows anything of he's talking about. He's not oh, and here we've got Tina. Tina likes to work with animals. Tell us about that, Tina. He's sitting here, he's like, so who are you? And it says here you like animals. Is that true? He's just so... His, bedside manner is just atrocious. I hope Brewstew's video is 50% just ripping on this guy because he's starting to really fucking annoy me. Steve Irwin would be ashamed of you. That's a khaki short related thing.
The winning team will need those pendants to protect them from the dreaded temple guards.
Okay.
Next piece. The first team to correctly assemble the entire petroglyph or the player with the most correctly placed pieces in 60 seconds wins. You all clear? Let's get in.
Please tell me there's an early episode of this where the kids were doing this for 10 minutes because they sucked.
Get set. Go!
Alright, Slytherin, let's go. This looks like a terrible design. How are these kids not blasting their legs on all of these things as they climb up? Yeah, Silver Snake!
Oh, it's gonna come down to the wire, I think!
Come down to the wire, come on. Not even close.
That's it!
Oh! How the oh, I wasn't watching Red Guy.
Let's go take a look.
If this show pulls some Dumbledore shit and does not let the Snake team through to the next round, I am going to lose my mind.
That means that he gets a half a pennant of life.
Half?
So can catch up in the next game, and let's go check that out now.
Half a pennant of life? Don't you need 3 in total? What the fuck is going on with this show?
At the base of each mountain slope is a huge boulder, and in a moment, one player from each team will sit with their backs to it, and when I say go, they'll push the boulder.
Is he reading from cue cards and only has one take to get it right? He stumbles his way through like everything this guy does.
Clock set at 60 seconds. On your mark.
This show honestly seems quite punishing.
My God. Oh my!
Do we have to shoot it from that angle, please? Please. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Oh. Get those heels in. No, 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 no. Oh, suck shit.
They get a half a pennant of life. This next game is worth a whole pennant. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Why are they so stingy with the distribution of the pennants?
Our players are going to climb the tree, pick a coconut, and come back down.
Right, okay.
And they're working hard.
Oh, okay, this actually looks like a lot of fun.
The silver snakes, they're not going to let up.
The red jaguar chick nearly somehow ate dirt while up in the air.
The red jaguars have 8.
What?
The red jaguars get a pennant. We've got a tie.
Tie break it up. What is this? Some sort of complex mathematical equation or something?
Accept your first response. If you're right, you and your partner will be going to the temple. If you're wrong or you run out of time, your opponents automatically win. All clear?
Whoa.
Here's your final question.
All right.
In 1959, did Hawaii become the 50th state? The 50th is correct.
Yes. Snakes.
Great, you're not going away empty-handed. Here's what we've got.
Off you go, losers.
Tour guide through the inside of a computer. Explore the universe of microchips and megabytes for IBM PC or compatible from Software Marketing Corporation.
That's computer software? Computer Works? Is that like early days of like Microsoft Works? I don't even know what that was. I was like, is it a book? And I've got a bunch of American snacks in the kitchen, so I'm gonna go grab one and have a nibble.
Show it. Show it. You're beautiful.
Some of the girls' toy commercials from the 90s are like unbelievably annoying. They really are. My pretty topsy tail. Okay. We're up to the hidden temple. Slytherin is in the driver's seat, and I have got, for the first time, some Twizzlers. And I don't know if this is what's going on, but these are so sticky. I had to wash my hands just after getting them, prying them out of the packet. But let's have a crack. My first Twizzler. Oh, okay. Tastes like Dr. Pepper. Exactly what it tastes like. Dr. Pepper is just fizzy Twizzler. They should have called it Fizzler. That comes through. You get hit with the left, and then it hits you with the right of the whatever that goo is inside. Let me try the yellow one. I got red and yellow. Are there green Twizzlers? Because that sounds like something I would really enjoy. Alright, yellow, what do you got? Oh, fuck yeah. Yellow for the win, every day. And now they're not so sticky. Alright, that's good. Alright, I'm going to enjoy my Twizzlers and watch these legends conquer the temple. Let's go.
In the sundial and pass into the room of the golden idols. Once there, push down on their bases to release the doors. That may take...
What is this bullshit? It tells you an overwhelming amount of information, and then these poor fuckers are supposed to remember that as they go through it, fighting for their lives? Jesus.
Allowing you to climb into the spider's lair. If you...
Well, that's where we need to get.
Have a chance to sit on the throne of the pretender. If the correct door is...
Sounds like a trap.
Make your way through the cave of...
Why has this kid's show got a pit of despair?
Okay, before we get started, I gotta find out who's going first.
I am.
Oh, and which way are you?
With confidence, I see.
Also hidden inside are temple guards assigned to protect 3 specific rooms. If you're
What are these?
enter one of those rooms,
What are these temple guards?
trade your pendant for an extra life and go on. But if you're caught without
right,
a
I understand
pendant,
now.
you'll be taken out of the temple, and then
I'm just picturing Takeshi's Castle, where some gigantic, like, crazy costume dude just comes roaring out of a doorway to scare the shit out of these poor kids.
First, you're both gonna get a remote control car.
Sick.
A 959 high-performance car with scale speeds up to 200 miles per hour.
I like it. Whoa.
Quality in every detail from Gibson USA. If you can bring the pendant out of the temple before 3 minutes is up, then you'll both be going to the Bahamas.
Whoa!
On your mark, get set, go!
That kid was about to run around the bloody two, whatever they've got, the, what do they call those things? Nathan Drake throws a flaming thing at him.
Go! Into the cave of sighs.
I thought he has to go somewhere and press a tongue. Or is that an option? Oh, that's the option, right. Whoa, he is, whoa!
Not again, that means it's Tina's turn. There she goes.
Alright, let's do this. So there's one temple guard still lurking around somewhere.
And she does, no problem.
Jesus.
Now she's gonna fall.
Pretty decent drop there.
Now she has to go into the shrine of the three.
Oh, now we can just bypass the idols, okay.
That thing. It's gonna jam it. Oh, it opens. Now where's she going? She blasts through into the
Oh, yeah.
temple of the silver.
Oh, no. What about their pendants? I thought they had lives.
You still get to keep the remote control car. You're gonna love that.
Well, yeah, that's, at least you get the remote control car. Oh, that's the end of it. All I can say is calm the fuck down, TV show. Why you gotta be making this so goddamn difficult? That truly looked like a difficult thing. I think you could put adults in there. Maybe not adults that watch it every single week and know where people are gonna come out and stuff like that. But blind, they probably fail as badly as these kids that'll never know what it's like to go to the Bahamas together. I think I'm very much caught up on the Legends of the Hidden Temple. I feel very much, I'm in the moment. I've got my Twizzlers here. Let's find out what Tyler's take is on that absolute chaos that I just watched. This is Brewstew Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Alright, now I don't know about you, but one of my favorite shows as a kid was a little Nickelodeon game show called
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
And this show was pretty much your standard Nickelodeon game show at the time. You had a bunch of kids competing in trivia and physical challenges. And oh yeah, of course, there's a Big Daddy obstacle course at the end. Of course.
Okay, so this is Olmec's Temple. It's a pretty big set. I do appreciate the elaborateness that has got into it.
Of course there is. Why not? It's the 90s. But what set this show apart from the rest was it had this giant animatronic talking head named Olmec, and this was apparently his hidden temple. This was his house.
I am Olmec. This is my hidden temple. This is my house, you little bitches.
Now, the temple was a 2.5-story fun house in Universal Studios. It had a bunch of rooms filled with puzzles and obstacles. Now, the whole goal of the show was for kids to navigate this temple and steal an ancient artifact that belonged to Olmec.
Ooh. I didn't even get to see that bit.
They won a trip to space camp, and space camp was cool in the 90s, let me tell you. Rockets and fucking stars and the rings of Saturn, bitch.
So they stopped sending kids to space and they started sending them to the Bahamas. Fair enough.
Every episode would have a different ancient artifact that these kids were trying to get. It'd be something like Joan of Arc's helmet, or Leonardo da Vinci's paintbrush, fucking Ben Franklin's Bop It Extreme 2. Like, they pulled a lot of these artifacts out of their ass, all right? A lot of them were complete horseshit, if you ask me. Hell, a lot of the times, they weren't even ancient artifacts. They'd be like New Age shit.
Today's episode is The Legend of Bill Clinton's Golden Saxophone.
And you'd be sitting on the couch like, Bill Clinton's golden saxophone? That motherfucker's still in office. What the hell? Now, the contestants on this show were made up of 6 teams, and they're all named after colored animals. You'd have teams like the Blue Barracudas, which was America's favorite team, we can all agree. And then you'd have teams like the poop-ass Purple Parrots, which everybody hated because they always sucked ass. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but it sure seemed like all the shittiest kids were always on the Purple Parrots. There'd be...
Whoa! All right. That's throwing some barbs out there right now. As long as he doesn't have any shit to talk about the green team or Team Slytherin, somehow they're different ones, I'm fine with it. Continue.
Be like a cross-eyed kid, some kid with a fucking gimpy polio leg and shit. Yeah, pretty shitty odds in Vegas, if you ask me, on the fucking Purple Parrots. They sucked ass. Now, the show was hosted by a guy named Kirk Fogg. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, that's the shittiest name I ever heard of.
I agree. And he was one of the shittiest TV presenters I've ever seen as well. I don't know if he just had one take. They literally were like, all right, we start recording at this time, we stop recording at this time. That is the 30 minutes of episodes that will air. So, Kirk, get your shit together. And he did not. He was, like I say, stuttering his way through basic information in the last one. And he was, so, who are you? He's terrible.
Those fucking syllables don't go together. What the hell is that name? Can you believe some mother at some point in time looked at her newborn baby and was like, oh, he's the most precious thing in the world.
I think I'll name him Kirk Fogg.
Yeah, what the hell is that all about? Anyways, Kirk Fogg would run out there and introduce the show to the live studio audience. Welcome to the Legends of the Hidden Temple. I'm your host, Kirk Fogg. Boo! Your name fucking sucks! Now, the show was broken down into 4 segments. The first being the Moat crossing, where kids would have to cross this waist-deep water in some sort of shitty, haphazard way. All right, everybody's got to cross the moat using these shitty little boogie boards. Any questions? I'm in a wheelchair, and she doesn't have any arms. Shut the fuck up, purple parrots. Nobody asked your ass. Ready, set, go. Now, this was kind of wild because only the 4 fastest teams got to move on. That means a third of the teams got eliminated within 2 minutes of the goddamn episode. Well, that's bad news.
Thank you. The green team deserve better.
This is for the Silver Snakes that are both fucking asthmatic and didn't even make it halfway across. And it's even worse news for the shitty purple parrots who were probably fucking face down in the water dead at that point. Their parents would be up in the stands like, oh, what the hell? We're done already? God damn it, Travis, I had to take out a HELOC on our house.
I'll have you know, the Silver Snakes can go all the way to the temple and then lose at the last minute. All right? Don't talk shit.
Supposed to afford this trip to Florida. What the fuck? But hey, in true Nickelodeon fashion, at least they get some shitty consolation prizes, which was either a Looney Tunes wristwatch or, I shit you not, a goddamn bottle of chocolate syrup. What the hell? Whoopity do, Travis! Whoopity fucking do! Now, the 4 remaining teams would then move on to the next segment.
The Steps of Knowledge.
Now, if you had to, like, take a shit while watching this show, well, the Steps of Knowledge was a good segment to go ahead and take care of that, because it was just basic, boring-ass trivia. Olmec would be up there telling this long-winded fucking story about the ancient artifact.
Bill Clinton enchanted all of America with his golden saxophone. He also invented the state of Arkansas, and he was half man, half penis.
And then all of a sudden, boom, pop quiz time. You get a question right, you move down a row of the fucking Steps of Knowledge. The 2 teams that reach the bottom get to move on.
How many women did Bill Clinton sleep with in 1996?
Oh, God. At least 2.
Every single one?
That is correct.
Every round of the Steps of Knowledge would always end the same way. And that would be with 2 winning teams at the bottom and 2 fucking attention deficit teams at the top that didn't even answer one single question right. So they would promptly...
and it was the orange team as well. Yeah, take your Hershey's.
fuck off and get their chocolate syrup prize, and we'd move on to the 3rd segment.
The Temple Games.
Now, the Temple Games were 3 activities that the final 2 teams would compete in order to earn Pendants of Life. Whoever had the most Pendants of Life,
which apparently don't mean shit.
Temple Run, aka
the Big Daddy Obstacle Course.
Now, these games would always be loosely based on that episode's theme. So for a fucking Bill Clinton saxophone episode, it would be like, you guys gotta fucking climb this rock wall that's in the shape of Arkansas. Now you guys gotta fucking balance the budget with Newt Gingrich. How about that? Okay, whoever throws 2 balls through this mouth hole of this cardboard cutout of Monica Lewinsky gets the last pennant of life. You know, Bill Clinton shit, whatever they could think of. But naturally, whoever got the most pennants of life got to move on to the one and only
Olmec's Temple Run.
Now, the Temple Run was really what put the asses in the seats. And the concept was pretty simple. One kid would have 3 minutes to Indiana Jones's ass inside and try to snag that sweet, sweet Bill Clinton saxophone. Now, each room in the temple would have either an obstacle or a puzzle that they'd have to navigate in order to reach the next room. And if they got the artifact out of the treasure room and ran it back to Kirk Fogg in time, well, guess what? Space Camp City, here we fucking come. Well, now, on paper, that doesn't sound too difficult. Well, what if I told you that 3 of the random rooms in the temple had strange, angry men inside that would snatch your ass up? Come here, you little fucker!
Oh my god. Not wrong. Not wrong.
Oh, fuck, yeah, that's a little bit different now.
The temple guards.
Those would be the temple guards, and you did not want to screw around with them. Now, luckily, if you had one of your pendants of life from the temple games, well, they would snatch that up instead of your little 11-year-old ass. But God forbid if you didn't have a temple of life pendant, well, they would fucking physically remove you from the premises and carry you off like a piece of luggage. Now, what they did with those kids, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure they would just boot them out in the Universal Studios parking lot like, fuck off, you lose. No space camp for your ass. Regardless, it was now time for the other teammate to run into Olmec's temple. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it sure seemed like hardly any kids ever won the temple run. After doing my research for this shitty little cartoon, I found out there was only a 26% success rate. 26% of kids fucking beat the goddamn temple run and got to go to space camp. Do you know?
I'm telling you, this fucking show was unreasonably difficult to win.
How many potential astronauts we missed out on because Nickelodeon couldn't ease up on the fucking Temple Run? We could have a colony on Mars right now, for Christ's sake. Thanks a lot, Nickelodeon, you piece of shit.
Welcome to Kirk Fogville. Boy, that's a shitty name.
Instead, just about every episode of Legends of the Hidden Temple ended the same way. And that would be with the final kid looking like a complete fucktard in the shrine of the Silver Monkey Room. This was the most detrimental fucking room in the whole Hidden Temple.
Really? The one that I watched, she absolutely smashed her way through it.
And all you had to do was assemble a three-piece monkey statue. You had the ass, you had the body, and you had the head. That was it. That's all you had to do. But for whatever reason, it was the most perplexing thing to any child in the 90s.
Really?
Kirk Fogg would be down there trying to help the kid and shit. No, you got the ass on top. The ass is on top of the head, you stupid idiot. Even Olmec would be chiming in there like,
the ass is on top of the head. Have you ever seen an actual fucking monkey before? What the fuck?
And then eventually, of course, time would run out, and that was it. Game over. The kid would have to take the walk of shame back to Kirk Fogg.
How did they botch that room so bad? That looked like it was probably the easiest one.
Bring in the other asshole.
Although, the Throne of Pretenders looks pretty easy as well.
From the parking lot, and they'd both get their shitty consolation prizes, fucking JanSport book bags filled with Hershey chocolate syrup. Whoopity-doo. Ah, well, shit.
Remote control car.
Space camp. Fuck you guys. I'm your host, Kirk Fogg. Boo! Shitty name. That's a shitty name. We'll see you again next time on the Legends of the Hidden Temple. And that was it. That was your basic episode of the Legends of the Hidden Temple, at least the way that I remembered it when I was a kid. Now, if you guys like this episode, maybe...
Very accurately remembered from what I see. And I only watched it for the first time 8 minutes ago.
Keep this series going, and maybe perhaps I won't wait 2 fucking years in between episodes. Wouldn't that be nice? Keep this series going. Hidden Temple, at least the way that I remembered it when I was a kid. Now, if you guys like this episode, maybe I'll keep this series going, and maybe perhaps I won't wait 2 fucking years in between episodes. Wouldn't that be nice? Because I still want to talk about shows like the Supermarket Sweep, and hell, maybe even fucking American Gladiators.
Oh, by the way, I don't know who that is, but they are about to eat shit very fucking hard on that ground. Supermarket Sweep. I think I've seen something along those lines, but I couldn't tell you the layout of it. And we had Gladiators in Australia. So, Tyler, if you are watching, rack them up. If there's a full episode of whatever it is that you're talking about, I will be checking it out and reacting to it as well. So, please give me something good to watch. The Legends of the Hidden Temple with Kirk Fogg. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I can't believe I just said amazing, because I'm going to look up the show Amazing and show you guys what the fuck I grew up on.
When I grow up, I'd like to become a bank teller.
A bank teller? Why?
Swimming, basketball, and horse riding. When I leave school, I hope to become a hairdresser.
A hairdresser?
Aim higher, Luigi's. See? Look at this guy. He's charming, he's friendly, he knows his lines, he's doing it right. He's no Kirk Fogg. Everybody wants to meet Jim Carrey in this. Oh, that girl wants to meet Brad Pitt and Jim Carrey. That dates this show so bad. Would like to meet Edward Furlong. I don't even know who that is. And would like to meet Kathy Freeman and likes basketball and hockey. Right. Alright, fuck it. We're gonna watch the video game challenge and then I'm gonna show you the maze at the end.
This is Stunt Race FX.
Oh, fuck yeah! Alright, Aaron, don't embarrass yourself on Stunt Race.
The tunnel's coming up very shortly. She made through that tunnel, which is right there now, before the green...
Oh, she's through! Good work!
Time extended, extra time to race. Every star that is collected is talent.
The crowd is hyped, by the way. They love Aaron. Aaron is killing it.
And we'll be...
Look at Aaron's face. She is dialed into this.
Get more stars, because with only 6 points separating our teams, whoever wins...
Her parents never criticized over playing video games ever again.
I think you're a...
What should you get? 22 stars? Solid work. Come on, Ann, do it for Jim Carrey.
You go through to that final key run this afternoon. Good luck, Ann. Take the control panel. Playing this game right now.
Gonna get 22 stars.
She's 9, she's looking for 22. In fact, she wants 20.
Nah, Aaron's got it.
And again, the stars being collected.
Not even close.
This, for everyone at home, is where it is situated. The bonus key. That's where it is, the number we...
Alright, so it's in the tube. The round tube that you gotta crawl through. Alright, so there's a bunch of keys around there. I think one of them is the golden key from memory. But this is the general layout of our maze. It is not quite like the amazingness of the Hidden Temple, but, you know, we're a humble people.
The leaders in compact video game systems, Nintendo, the new generation game.
And good prizes. Great prizes. Look at that. What more motivation could a child need?
The last key run for the week.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was a weekly thing and they would add up all the scores. So it was the same schools for the whole week. they would give 2 students for each episode. Here we go.
2, she's taking Darren Aaron's away.
All right. Good work, ladies. There's far less peril in Amazing compared to Hidden Temple. This must be exhausting for the crowd. They have done Aaron for like a lot of this episode.
Thank you very much. Keep an eye on Nicole. 35 seconds left.
Jesus Christ, they are killing it.
At this stage, 5 keys. It's the best score.
They've chanted this entire like minute and a half. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they just got a ridiculously good score.
1 out of the 7 keys is not with us. Is it the bonus key? The key missing is, we've got 4, we've got 5.
We got number 2, didn't we?
Key number 2 means you get the Game Boys.
Yes.
Whoa, plus.
Aaron honed those Game Boy skills. She's probably like a 45-year-old woman now. How's it going, Aaron, if you're watching? What are the runners-up getting?
You have a world-renowned Britannica, right?
Oof, rough. Oh, it goes to the school. Right, that's right. The school gets given 1 book. Amazing. That's why they call it amazing, because that prize was amazingly shit.
Pieces of high-tech equipment at your disposal. The laminator protects and preserves documents and the labeling.
It was a simpler time, okay? Alright, hang on, I do need to listen to the intro of this, because it had a terrible song. But at least we didn't have Kirk Fogg. Is that the most Aussiest thing you've ever heard? Amazing! This is burned in here. Alright, I think I've made my point. Amazing was far superior than the Hidden Temple of fucking Cthulhu. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. It definitely went off on a bunch of tangents. This ended up going for an hour. It took to record this whole thing. It's like an 8-minute video. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe here if you haven't already. And if you want to see a full-length version of this video, go to patreon.com/FWCI. And if you want to support Brewstew, go to patreon.com/Brewstew. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, ta-ta, and farewell.